Hello everyone, this is Arvahita, Assistant Professor of MCA Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I am here to discuss a few topics of the subject MC 4205 Cyber Security. Here we are going to deal with the topic security models. First, let us see what is security model. The information security models are the systems that specify which people have to access the data and the operations of the operating system, which enables the managed to organize the access control. So this model offers a mathematical mapping of the theoretical goals, strengthening the chosen implementation, etc. A security model have no theoretical underpinnings, or it can be based on the formal computing model, a distributed computing model, an access rights model, and even the model of distributed computation. What is the objective of the security model? The core aim of any this security model is to maintain the goals of confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. It can achieve these goals by allowing the admins to choose the resources to the users are allowed to access, and allowing the access or the users who have been permitted to access the resources provisioned and defined by the authorizing systems, regulating which functions and rights are given to accounts and users, giving admins access to a user's list of activities on their request or assignment basis, safeguarding the private data such as account characteristics or the user lists. Since the network and cybersecurity are continuously evolving the domains, there have been numerous security models proposed in the history of time. However, there are three classic security models which serve for the foundation of many other models. The three models are Bell LaPadula, BIBA, and Clark-Wilson security model. First, let us see what is Bell LaPadula model. This model was invented by the scientists David Elliott Bell and Leonard J. LaPadula. So thus this model is called as Bell LaPadula model. So this is used to maintain the confidentiality of security. Here the classification of the subjects or the users and objects or the files are organized in a non-discretionary fashion with respect to different layers of secrecy. So this is the diagram which shows the Bell LaPadula model. So we have no read up, no write down, and no write up down model. These are the three main rules. Simple confidentiality rule. This states that the subject can only read the files on the same layer of secrecy and the lower layer of secrecy, but not the upper layer of secrecy, due to which we call this rule as no read up. So the star confidentiality rule. This rule states that the subject means the users can write only the files on the same layer of the secrecy and upper layer of secrecy, but not the lower layer of secrecy, due to which we call this rule as no write down. The strong star confidentiality rule. Strong star confidentiality rule is highly secured and strongest, which states that the subject can read and write the files on the same layer of secrecy only and not the upper layer of secrecy or the lower layer of secrecy, due to which we call this rule as no read write up down. Now let us see about BIBA model. This model was invented by the scientist Kenneth J. BIBA. Thus this model is called as BIBA model. This is used to maintain the integrity of security. Here the classification of subjects or the users and objects or the files are organized in a non-discretionary fashion with respect to different layers of secrecy. This works the exact reverse of the Bell LaPadula model. So here we have no read down, no write up, no read write up down. The three main rules are simple integrity rule, star integrity rule, and strong star integrity rule. So a simple integrity rule states that the subject can only read the files on the same layer of secrecy and upper layer of secrecy, but not the lower layer of secrecy, due to which we call this rule as no read down. And the star integrity rule, that the subject can only write their files on the same layer of secrecy and the lower layer of secrecy, but not the upper layer of secrecy, due to which we call this rule as no write up. And the strong star integrity rule is the same as discussed before. Now let us see a Clark-Wilson security model. This model is highly secured model and it has the following. entities as unconstrained data item, transformation process, and integration verification process. Here the subject is a user who is requesting for the data items. The constrained data items, it cannot be accessed directly by the subject. These need to be accessed via the Clark-Wilson security model. Unconstrained data items, it is accessed directly by the subject. The components of this model are transformation process. Here the subject requests to access the constrained data items is handled by the transformation process, which then converts it to the permissions and then forwards it to the integration verification process. Integration verification process will perform the authentication and the authorization. If that is successful, then the subject is given access to the constrained data items. The Chinese wall model. The Chinese wall model takes dynamically changing access rights into the consideration and behaves accordingly. This adaptive property makes it more subtle a model that static security models such as the Bell LaPadula confidentiality model. The model also finds itself implemented in data mining applications. Chinese wall policies. Consider an investment bank. It employs the consultants who both advise and analyze the companies. And advising such consultants learn the secret information about the company's finances that should not be shared with the public. The consultant could exploit the insider information while performing analysis to profit either himself or other clients. Such abuse is prohibited by the law. Thank you.